Well, hey folks, welcome to SolarCabin channel. Today I'm going to be doing a product review on a tool called the Talon, which is a multi-tool by Claw Tech. And they sent this to me to review. It comes in a case, well-made case. I looked at all the stitching because that's one of the things I'm always concerned about, is the stitching going to come loose. They've done a real good job on the stitching. Comes in a pretty heavy-duty case. Inside, you have the multi-tool. It's about 9.3 ounces, they said. Now, I've had lots of multi-tools in my lifetime, different brands, and I like a multi-tool. I'm a homesteader and off-gridder, so a lot of times I'm out in the field, I need to fix something. I'm in a vehicle, I'm driving up in the mountains, the vehicle breaks down, I got to fix it. I'm out fishing or I'm hunting and I've got to fix a fishing pole or a rifle or something like that. Or if I'm just working on a project, there's a lot of times I won't have a tool handy that I need, so a multi-tool is a really good product to have. So this is, again, it's called the Talon. And one of the neat features that I'll show off first on this actually comes with two LED flashlights. I don't think I've seen another multi-tool that has flashlights on it. So I'm going to show you here. It's got a button on it. You turn it on. It's got a flashlight on that end. And it's got a flashlight on the other end, which is really nice. Now I'll explain why those are very handy. When you're working, a lot of times, especially at night, say your truck breaks down and you're out in the field or up in the woods someplace and you need to work on something, you've got no lights, your battery, your electrical system's shot, trying to hold a flashlight or set a flashlight down so you can see it on the project that you're working on is really, really difficult. Now this is handy because, say it's got a pair of pliers in it, and say that you're working on a product or a project, and you need to be able to see to get in there and get your pliers on what you're looking at. You can hit the LEDs and you can see that you can get that right on there now. You can see right exactly what you're doing, so you're working on something, and you don't have to hold a flashlight in your mouth or something or try and prop it on something while you're working. You can get both hands in there to work on it, and that gives you a good flashlight. It's got the flashlight on the other end for the same reason, okay? You can do the same thing on the other end, so if you want to see something that's up underneath where you're working on, or if you're working on the tools on this end, then you've got the same thing. Now, it's got a good pair of pliers on it, good, strong, sturdy grip. I like the grip on this. It's got rubberized pads, so it doesn't hurt your hand. A lot of the multi-tools don't have these rubberized pads, and if you go squeezing on them very hard, they end up cutting into your hand. I like those rubberized pads. Now this is good for a decent sized hand person. If you've got real small hands, it might be a bit big for you. But for an average sized person, this has just the right grip to it. Real good, strong grip on those pliers. Also got wire cutters and strippers inside there, so that's nice. Okay, the other features. Turn off this flashlight. Oh, the flashlights work on two of those hearing aid batteries. And you just pop open the case, you drop two of those in there, and they're LEDs, so I imagine that they'll last for a really long time on a couple of those batteries. So close back up again. The next big feature, it's got a knife, 3-inch blade, locking. It locks. And it's also got that little keyhole opener there. For if you need to get on something and pop it open, like a nail puller, that would work okay for a nail puller as long as it's not too big a nail. Good sharp blade. I checked it out. It's got a nice sharp blade. It's got the serrated edge here. If you need to do some sawing on something, it's lock blade. It feels good. That feels like a knife that you could work with right there. Okay, it's got the knife blade on it, and it is locking. You just push in there, that closes it back up. Other tools that it has here, it's got some screwdriver bits that open and close. It's got a Phillips head. Now I'll turn the light on here so you can see. It's got a Phillips head, so if I'm working on something, I need to get in and get a screwdriver on something. It's not a real big screwdriver head, but it's enough for smaller screws. Phillips screwdriver head there. And I turn that light off. It's also got the flathead small screwdriver, which would also could be used for a small hole punch if you had to punch a hole in something. Now these don't lock, okay, but you'd have to be a little bit careful with them. They don't lock, but for if you're turning a screw or something like that, that would work. Now on the other side, it's got a open this up in here. It has another flathead screwdriver in there. It's got another flathead screwdriver. And also a bottle cap opener. You need to pop a cap on a beer. You got a bottle cap opener there. Close that up. And it has, if I can get this open here, it's got a pair of scissors. Now this is handy. And I've checked these out and they work really well. They flip open. And I'll get something here I need to cut. Let's see what I got here. I've got a piece of cardboard here. We'll just cut this open. So you can see it's got a pair of scissors and they're spring acted. So when you let go, they open back up. They're spring acted and they cut just fine. I haven't had any problem cutting. They cut. That's lightweight cardboard, but it'd cut through something heavier. It'd cut you know, some fabric if you had to make some bandages or something like that. So that's what it's got. Now you got it. Don't close it too far; or it'll lock up on you. But that's a pretty decent pair of scissors. That's good for emergencies. If you get stuck upside down, you're stuck in your vehicle in your seat belt. Cut off your seat belt with that right there. Okay, pretty neat, handy tool. All right, that is the Fire Talon, and it's available on Amazon.com. Fire Talon. Go look that up. I'll also put a link in my comments down there. Just look in the comments. You can find the link and go get it that way. I would say this is well constructed. It's about as heavy as most of the multi-tools I've used. I really like the flashlights, the LED flashlights on those. You don't find those on, I haven't found them on any other multi-tool, so that's really cool. And the scissors is also a really nice extra feature in here. Has a good knife on it, enough of the small tools that you could do your repairs. And it's just well made. You can tell they did a really nice job on constructing this. This will last you a lifetime. Comes with a good case and pretty decent price on it. So go check that out. Again, that's Fire Talon. And made by J Claw Tech. And thanks for sending me one to review, guys. Looks like a good tool.